Spain have sacked their coach Julen Lopetegui. He's been replaced by Hierro, obviously Real Madrid and Bolton Wanderers fame. He was their elite performance director, so he's been involved with the national side on and off for 7 years. He's the elite performance director. He's coming in as an emergency replacement. They do not have time to find a coach. Lopetegui has agreed to go to Real Madrid to replace Zidane as a coach there after the World Cup. He was still going to coach this tournament. The Federation are not happy with him and whatever arrangements Real Madrid had at this time. They have been very, very unhappy with it all, and they fired him. The players, on Sergio Ramos, who is the national captain, have gone to the Federation because there'll be Federation officials out in Russia for the tournament saying, please do not sack him, and they've argued the case. The Federation president, Robles, has come back and said, yeah, no, he's still fired. This reeks of chaos. I have never seen this before. On the eve of a tournament, a national side sacking their coach over something that, to be fair, after the tournament, he was leaving anyway. It was announced earlier this week that he was going to Real Madrid, and they had agreed terms after the tournament had finished. I've looked on some of the online forums and the Have Your Say forums on the sports websites, or the sport website allow you to place your comments, like you're allowed to place in the comment section as well in this video as well. And a lot of people are saying that Real Madrid are a classless club. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. They have a certain aura about them. They are the greatest European club side in history. They have won the most European trophies in history. But there's a Real Madrid link here. The outgoing coach is going to coach there. The incoming coach used to play there. There is a big thing going on here. Is it a regional thing between Catalans, Basques, and Andalusians, and you know, Madrid and the rest of Spain? Because that's derailed Spanish attempts to win trophies before. Their successful spell, 2008, 2010, 2012, is looking a bit distant now on the international front. Club football, Spanish football is in a good place. National football, when it comes to the national side, this reeks of chaos. This is the group of players they have are so talented, and they're one of the best teams to grace a football pitch. They have dominated for most of the last decade club football, and for a brief spell, they were the best team in the world. They're not the number one team in the world now, I don't think. Even though they are probably ranked number one in the world, looking at this is amateur hour. The president, one of their biggest clubs, are at war with each other. So Perez, the club president of Real Madrid, likes pissing people off. Robles, the international federation president of Spain, they're at loggerheads right now. And there's still a Real Madrid connection between the manager going out and the manager coming in. Something is reeking of a power struggle in Spanish football here. This is chaos. We'll have to see how this affects the players. They are very professional players. They're World Cup winners. A lot of these players are World Cup winners and Euro winners, and they've won Champions Leagues, Europa Leagues, Super Cups, La Liga titles, Copa del Reys. This is a very talented bunch of players with a lot of winners' medals amongst them, and a lot of appearances for their club and country. This is not just like a team, let's say, at their first ever World Cup and the pressure's got to them. This is an experienced federation with an experienced team with experienced players, and this reeks of chaos. I've never seen anything like this. I've never heard of anything like this. The closest we can think of is, I think, the French in 2010 when the players went on strike during the tournament over a selection decision by Raymond Domenech, coach. This is something completely different. And this is 2 days before they kick off their tournament. The tournament starts tomorrow with Russia playing Saudi Arabia and the Spanish play on Friday. This will be very interesting to see what happens, considering that the last World Cup was a disaster for Spain, especially with that 5-1 defeat to Holland and struggling to beat Australia. This sums up, I think, some of the structural problems within Spanish football that were covered up by the fact they were so successful on the field. Off the field, there's chaos. But I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think Spain will recover from this? Do you think they'll have a good tournament and this will galvanise the players? Or will this cause complete and utter disintegration of their World Cup hopes? Because 4 years ago was a disaster for them. Absolute disaster. What does this mean for them going forward? Does this galvanise or destroy their World Cup? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please place your thoughts below and I'll have some more videos for you soon.